Hey everybody, Steve Spohn here with Spohn Performance, and we're going to give you a video tour of our Pro Drag low profile rear lower control arms for the 2010 and up Chevrolet Camaro and the 2008 to 2009 Pontiac G8. Our rear lower control arms are a 100% bolt-in installation, and they're made from CNC laser cut and formed 3/16 inch steel. As you can see, we got a stock rear lower control arm laying here, just to show you for comparison. It's a typical factory piece, flimsy stamped steel construction. As you can see, it's got a small flexible rubber bushing. They do have some reinforcements on it, but not much. And you can compare that to our fabricated rear lower control arms. Our rear lower control arms are fully boxed. The only opening is right here where your shock mounts, and this area is where the control arm mounts to the bushing on the rear spindle. It is internally gusseted at 4 locations. You can see here at the spindle mount, we got a gusset in there. Down inside the shock mount, another gusset. And then underneath, right where the end link mount is, there's a 3rd gusset. And here at the front of the arm, there's a 4th gusset. If you look at the product pictures on our website for this product page, at the top of the product pictures you'll see there's a CAD picture from when we designed these in SolidWorks, and we have the arm transparent so you can see through the arm, and it lets you look at all those gussets inside the arm and gives you a good idea of what I'm talking about here. You can see what's going on inside of there, so if you want to check that out, it's a pretty cool little feature we put up there for you to look at. Then of course we have a reinforcement plate here at the spindle mount on the top, and the rest of the arm is fully capped off as a one-piece CNC formed steel cap. I'll lift the end up here. You can see it comes all the way down around the end of the arm, ties into the underside. So that gives you a very rigid control arm. You'll have no flex whatsoever, giving you maximum strength and durability, which equals eliminating wheel hop, giving you great traction and great handling. And that's the whole purpose of putting these on. Now these are our low profile version. They have one shock mount hole, just like the factory control arm has. As you can see, in the area of the shock mount hole, we kept the entire arm as low profile as possible. So this is where it mounts to the spindle, and this is where your rim's going to be going. This actually goes inside of the rim. Your rim's going to come around right around here. This whole area is inside your rear rim. So we've kept this as high as we can. As you can see, we even cut up in over here, kept it as high as we can. We left just enough room for the outside diameter of the shock mount bushing. It cuts down there, giving just enough room to mount the shock, and then extends on. And what that's going to allow the drag race guys to do is run a drag rim and tire setup. We have another version of these rear lower control arms we call our Pro Touring rear lower control arms. We actually have 2 shock mounting locations on those, so you can lower the rear of your car 1.25 inches. Their part number is C10-221, and these low profile units are C10-222. On the Pro Touring rear control arms, you need an 18-inch or larger rim, since they're set up like the stock control arms are. Of course, you know from the factory, all these cars came with at least 18-inch rims, most of them with 19s or 20s, even some with 21s. But of course, if you're drag racing, you're not going to want to run something like that. You're going to want to run a lightweight drag rim with a drag radial or an ET Street or a slick. So you go with these control arms and they're going to give you the room you need for the smaller diameter rims. And that was pretty much why we came out with this version. Other than the different shock mounting locations on the other one, the arms are the same. The only difference is the additional clearance we gave, so you can get the smaller rims and drag tires mounted up on here. They come with fluted polyurethane bushings, or we have them available, I'm showing you here, with CNC machine Delrin bushings. Depends on how hardcore you are. If it's a street strip car and still sees a lot of street driving, you probably want to stay with the polyurethane bushings. If it's a hardcore setup, really high horsepower drag car, and you want to get max performance, I would recommend the Delrin bushings. And you can see we got the rear sway bar end link mounting tab, just like on the stock control arm. Doesn't matter if you have the stock end links or aftermarket end links like our extreme duty rear sway bar end links that we have. They'll bolt right to the arm, just like on the factory arm. Now, as I stated earlier, it is internally gusseted right in line with this end link mount. So it's giving you maximum strength and stiffness there where the sway bar is going to be pulling on the arm. So I just rotate this one around a little bit so you can get a couple different views of it. We're showing you the bright red powder coat. They're also available in gloss black powder coat. As with all of our products, beautiful welding. We don't cut any corners on quality here. They're very stout pieces, and they're also show quality as far as the appearance goes. Alright, so now you got a good close-up view of the product itself.